Samsung's Galaxy S26 series is already creating a lot of buzz, even though the phones are still months away. Every year, Samsung's Galaxy S launch is one of the most talked about events in the smartphone world, and this time is no different. The big question on everyone's mind is, when exactly will Samsung announce these devices? When will pre-orders go live? And when will people be able to get their hands on them in stores? Today, let's go through what the leaks are saying, what history tells us, and what buyers can realistically expect in terms of the timeline. The Galaxy S26 lineup is going to look a little different compared to previous years. Samsung is reportedly making changes to the names of the models. Instead of the regular base model, Plus, and Ultra, the new trio will be called the Galaxy S26 Pro, the slimmer Galaxy S26 Edge, and the Galaxy S26 Ultra. This shift means Samsung may be dropping the Plus model entirely. The Pro will serve as the new entry-level flagship, the Edge will be the slim version that replaces the Plus, and the Ultra will remain the top-of-the-line device. It's a fresh naming strategy, but still keeps the lineup simple with 3 models. When it comes to the launch date, Samsung's history is one of the best guides we have. Over the past several years, Samsung has been announcing its Galaxy S series earlier and earlier in the year. January has become the typical month for these announcements, and many analysts believe Samsung will stick with this approach. In fact, industry insiders are pointing to possible dates January 14th or January 21st of 2026. Both of these dates fall on a Wednesday, which is worth noting since Samsung has a strong track record of hosting Galaxy Unpacked events midweek. It isn't a strict rule, but the pattern has been consistent enough that many see it as a reliable clue. There was a rumor earlier this year that Samsung could try something bold and launch the Galaxy S26 lineup in December 2025. This idea came from the well-known leaker Digital Chat Station, who suggested that Samsung might want to push the phones out earlier to go head-to-head with Apple's iPhone 17 series. While that rumor made headlines, no other trusted sources have confirmed it since. Because of that, and because Samsung has never rushed its S series launch into December, most experts think this is unlikely. January seems far more realistic. Assuming the January timeline holds, Samsung will probably follow its usual pattern with pre-orders and sales. Typically, pre-orders begin right after the announcement event, lasting around 2 weeks. Then, the official sales begin both online and in physical stores. If the Galaxy S26 lineup is revealed in mid-January, customers should expect to have the phones in hand by the end of January or the start of February. This timeline would fit almost perfectly with how the Galaxy S24 and S25 series were handled, both of which saw announcements in January and sales shortly after. Another detail worth mentioning is how Samsung might handle the model launches. With the Galaxy S25, the slim Edge version had a slightly different release strategy than the other models. But according to rumors, Samsung is planning to launch all 3 Galaxy S26 models, the Pro, Edge, and Ultra, together next year. If true, this would make things simpler for buyers and give everyone clear options from day one. For anyone thinking about upgrading, what does this timeline mean? Essentially, patience will be key. The phones are still about 4 months away from even being available for pre-order, so there's a bit of a wait ahead. However, leaks suggest that the S26 family could bring some major design changes. That alone might make the wait worthwhile. On the other hand, reports indicate that not every feature will see big improvements. For example, things like charging speeds and battery capacity may remain very similar to the S25 lineup. So buyers should set realistic expectations. The Galaxy S26 is shaping up to be more about design and experience than raw hardware leaps. Of course, Samsung has not confirmed any of this information yet. Until the official invites for the Galaxy Unpacked event go out, everything remains speculation. But based on Samsung's track record, it's a safe bet that January will once again be the big month for the launch. Between now and then, we can expect more leaks about the design, camera upgrades, and other features. Those will give us a clearer picture of what Samsung is planning. For now, the timeline looks straightforward: announcement in mid-January, pre-orders shortly after, and general availability by late January or early February. Buyers who are planning an upgrade should keep this in mind, especially if they want to budget for the higher prices that Samsung's flagships usually carry. The key is to be ready when the pre-orders open, because Samsung often offers special bonuses or early bird deals for the first wave of buyers. So that's the current outlook for the Galaxy S26 series launch. The lineup will include the Pro, Edge, and Ultra, with January shaping up to be the big reveal month. Until then, the leaks will keep us guessing and the excitement will keep building.